Hi there. Welcome to Apple World. Go see who is pregnant. I don't give a for however long it's not me for however long not me kid will have a major ass nose. It's not my concern. You realize I'm simply getting a charge out of where I'm at, and I simply need to be content with who I am, so that at whatever point that individual comes into my life I can simply have them add on to me as opposed to being this shaky, individual with regards to various big names, and pregnancy bits of hearsay. Fans become fixated on it as it's an enormous move toward their lives and can change their vocation, pushing ahead above and beyond the recent months. Fans have been sure that Selena Gomez might be pregnant, and she has at last answered this large number of late cases. Make certain to keep close by till the end of the video for all relevant information. US vocalist Selena Gomez made her most memorable web-based entertainment post after her investment at the MTV Music Grants VMA, which sparked doubts that she was pregnant. She had proactively prodded doubts about a pregnancy because of her implied child swell. Selena's VMA photograph was transferred on Twitter alongside a proclamation. Selena Gomez is currently affirmed to be pregnant. Fans likewise got on this new image of Selena caught by paparazzi, where she is seen holding her stomach, and many fans accept this is on the grounds that she is covering a child knock, despite the fact that for certain years currently there's been many cases that Selena Gomez can't imagine a child. While we'll look at out now the notable American vocalist and entertainer Selena Gomez has been sincere as of late about her fights with different ailments, including lupus. Many fans have subsequently addressed whether her disease has affected her ability to multiply. We will look at the reasons for Selena Gomez's bareness in this piece and answer a few frequently gotten some information about it. Most importantly, it's basic to fathom what lupus is. In lupus, the body's resistant framework attacks sound tissues and organs unintentionally. Lupus is a persistent immune system disease. Side effects of this sickness could include irritation, joint distress, and exhaustion. Lupus can disturb ripeness as well as influence various segments of the body. In Selena Gomez's lupus, the board drugs are a central point, adding to her potential fruitlessness. Certain medications, for example, corticosteroids and immunosuppressants, could adversely influence ripeness. These prescriptions can disturb the conceptual framework, yet they are oftentimes expected to oversee lupus side effects and stop all the more substantial damage. So you're presumably pondering, does lupus imply that ladies can never have a child? No, it isn't generally the situation that a lady with lupus can't become pregnant to work on the chances of a sound pregnancy. However, the condition could be painstakingly overseen and clinical guidance looked for, which is extraordinary information that fans all around the world would cherish in the event that Selena Gomez was to be considered a youngster, and she's quite possibly the greatest star on the planet. I mean, her Instagram alone has more than 430 million supporters. It was a couple of months prior that Selena Gomez answered all the new disdainful remarks expressing she had placed on weight and made sense of the purposes for its anything. But a model never will more often than not hold a ton of water weight, and that happens regularly, and afterward, when I'm off of it, I will quite often get thinner. I simply needed to say and empower anybody out there who feels any kind of disgrace for precisely the exact thing they're going through, and no one knows the genuine story. No doubt we have days where perhaps we feel like, however, I would much prefer to be solid and deal with myself. No doubt it should be odd to want to answer people who are body disgracing her on a live stream. The entire remarks region was strong of her with posts. For example, these. She's in a real sense battling for her life, and certain individuals have the audacity to pass judgment on her based on her appearance. My heart goes out to her. Thank you for bringing issues to light and safeguarding her. It's so miserable. She really wants to manage such judgment regardless of whether you honestly love Selena. Straightforwardly discussing the trouble she has confronted due to her sickness will motivate, in a real sense, a huge number of individuals all over the planet and add a connectability to somebody who fans would believe is inaccessible, albeit only a couple of months ago. The craftsman has now recognized the genuine meaning of the comments on her psychological well-being and revealed the reality behind them for quite a while. Gomez has been the objective of a few web-based savages who have taken part in body disgracing her. The superstar has said in the past that she was forgotten about crying. Her eyes by comments showed up following her lupus conclusion, yet she has worked effectively to keep up with the feeling that the comments didn't annoy her after a few groups via virtual entertainment scrutinized the vocalist, calling her dumpy and, in any event, saying that she seemed pregnant. Gomez just explained that I'm somewhat enormous right now since I already had a ball during special times of year during a Facebook Live with her sister Gracie a lot, yet we don't mind the pair adding while snickering. Before we go any further into the video, what are your thoughts on this large number of late cases online? Is it likely that Selena Gomez is pregnant and is anticipating a youngster on the way, or is everybody simply estimating? Make certain to remark down underneath. Coming up next is the plot rundown for the 10th episode of Gomez's shiny new television series. Selena's genuineness about her emotional wellness gives two individuals the boldness to talk about their own difficulties. Gomez clarified the truth of these difficulties by saying I was posting these things, saying it doesn't annoy me since I didn't maintain that it should annoy other individuals who were encountering exactly the same thing. She kept getting disgraced for what they resembled, who they were, and who they loved. I simply believe it's so unjustifiable. I was being disgraced for putting on weight on account of my lupus. The Wizards of Waverly Place star was added last year. Gomez made the questionable statement on TikTok that being thin wasn't worth forfeiting her one feast in light of body disgracing comments. This is a finished takeoff from her earlier open reaction. Yet, truly, I couldn't care less about my weight since individuals care about it at any rate. She proceeded with the star closed B. I'm wonderful, and I'm simply 7 days prior there was a viral TikTok that came out where a fan talked about the new Selena Gomez pregnancy claims and the legitimacy. All things considered, it is 2023, the way in which the damnation are we actually deciding how on earth are we actually in any event having an assessment on another person's body that is number one young lady, okay number two. This survivor here, since yes, that is what I call her, a survivor has had to deal with a ton, and on the off-cut. Hence that you folks don't realize she has lupus, and not that this sovereign necessitates any kind of legitimization regarding the reason why, regardless of whether she is putting on weight, which is none of our concern, and it's not our issue to worry about she has lupus, which is a fair highlight. State as it could be because of various things, yet when you're a superstar of Selena's level, it will undoubtedly end up having posts like this, flooding virtual entertainment fans showed bunches of help in love. I'd of that TikTok with posts like, however you said she is flawless and shocking regardless of her size. Her heart is so lovely she